Hi Fantasy Managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. Welcome to our Game Week 2 review. In this video we're going to have a look at all the players that have done really well. We'll look at their XGIs, who's expected to score the most goals, assists, who got the most points. We'll have a look quickly at how we got on as well. Have a look at the next predicted points and finally end by looking at the mini league, who is top of our mini league, who has done the best this week. So if you enjoy FPL videos, make sure you hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe. And in the meantime, let's take a look. So all the fixtures have now been played for Game Week 2. Some really memorable games for many different reasons. Both Manchester clubs on different ends of 4-0 scorelines. Arsenal also scoring 4-0 at Leicester. There was very few instant-free games. Chelsea Spurs springs to mind. What a game that was. And Liverpool, obviously, with their sending off. Then you had Brighton and Newcastle, Wolves and Fulham all drawing blanks. And it seems an age away since Ollie Watkins set 2 goals up for Villa against Everton. And let's have a look at some of those top performing players in Game Week 2. Top of the chart and just on top of so many charts this week was Jesus. He was shipped out by quite a few people in Game Week 1. If you stuck with him, you were rewarded. He has the highest expected goal return. And boy, did he deliver. 2 goals, 2 assists, 19 points. His expected goals in that game against Leicester was 1.86. So better than Rodrigo. Mitrovic was third. He had his penalty, remember. But he overperformed Jesus, 1.86. Much better. He got 2 goals and those 2 assists. Highest point scorer. Just a great performance from Jesus. Not many people would have captained, and if you did, well done. You'd have got on a huge points haul there. But lots of players now bringing him in, unsurprisingly. Let's have a look now at the expected assists. Who topped that chart? Ollie Watkins, early game kickoff on Saturday. His price had dropped. It's interesting. We had Jesus being shipped out by quite a few managers and Watkins shipped out by over 10% of managers, meaning that his price drops from 7.5 to 7.4. His first start didn't start against Bournemouth, against Everton. He provides 2 assists, top of the assist charts. Ivan Toney, he also provided assists, but 0.94. Even Struijk, pretty much sure his shot was going in any case, but it was classed as an assist. But Ollie Watkins, 2 assists, 11 points. Nice haul for him. Perhaps a consideration now his price has gone down. Certainly doesn't lessen his appeal to bring in, you wouldn't have thought. In terms of overall, general goal involvement, top of the charts would have been Jesus. He had 2.49 with his 2 goals and 2 assists. Rodrigo then would have been second with his 2 goals against Southampton. His price has risen because of that. 15 points, really nice return for Rodrigo. Cheap budget option. I think when you've got lots of Martinelli, perhaps it's difficult to justify going over the top of him, especially when they've got a difficult games against Chelsea. But boy, yeah, he started the season really well. Goal against Wolves, 2-8 Southampton. He's flying 6.1 million. He looks like a decent option. Possibility now, Bamford's not going to be available. Does he go further forward? Back on pens? I don't know, but he looks like a really good option as well, Rodrigo. Let's have a look at the value player then. I think the value player, and there's a player a lot of FPL managers will own. He didn't pick up any goals or assists, but he did get a clean sheet and a bonus point. But I think the one thing that was really impressive with Williams is his expected goal involvement of over 1.18. That's really high for a defender, and a defender costing only 4 million. What I really liked about it is he got 4 shots and had 2 key passes. So key passes will be passes leading to shots in that match. And he was on set pieces. So you combine that sort of potential threat with a possibility of a clean sheet, and they've got Everton away at next. He's suddenly at 4 million. Doesn't look like such an enabler anymore. Just looks like a real value player. But 4 million was a really strong performance. Certainly passed the eye test for me. He looks like a really good player to start playing in your side. And not just someone who's going to sit on the bench as a safety net if no one else plays. But Williams, yeah, cashed in on the points. Could have got so many more. Really interesting player. So, FPL Team Talk, we ended on 55 points a game week 2. Not the greatest performance. There were some real highlights. Walker got 6 points. That was nice. James, he scored. That was great. Sterling chipped in with his assist. And then we had Haaland, captain him, and Jesus clearly. But a few players not really performing for us. Dalot, that just, those Manchester United looked just far worse than I ever imagined. So that looks like a player possibly moving out. Robertson only managed 6 odd minutes before he was hauled off against Crystal Palace. Saka outperformed once again by Martinelli. That's something I've got to consider. Not too worried about Ramsdale. Salah, not too concerned about him. And Bailey for 5 million. I don't think he's a priority. So I've got 1 or 2 issues, but we'll address those later on in the week when we look at the watch list. But I've got 2 transfers to make, and I'll definitely be doing that. But the ranks moved down considerably. 2.6 million, way off where I'd love to be, but it was still early days, only 2 game weeks into the season. So far, so much time to go. I'm just not going to really worry about it. But what we will do is take a look at the players that are highest predicted for the next 5 games. I'm not saying we should use this as a basis to bring players in, but it starts to just give us an idea about where we should expect points. Trent is highest, 7.5, and you would expect that. He's the highest defender in the game. Great fixtures. Away at Man U, could certainly argue that's not a red, especially after their performance last year at Old Trafford. Bournemouth, then you've got Everton and Wolves. Sandwich in between, you've got Newcastle. Looks like some really nice fixtures for Liverpool. And Robertson, slightly less, but he's predicted to still get 29 points and bringing up João Cancelo. Okay, so Robertson and Cancelo. At the moment, I definitely think Cancelo looks like a better option than Robertson with those fixtures and just passing the eye test, XGI and everything. I've got Robertson. Possibly do I move across to Cancelo? Not sure. It's definitely something I'll consider, but no surprise that the top 3 scoring defenders to be predicted in the next 5 weeks. If we go into midfield, then we have Mohamed Salah, obviously top. Again, Man U away, you'd say difficult fixture, but actually last year got a hat-trick. Alongside him then, Son Heung-min. This is an interesting one. Tottenham have some really nice fixtures. At home to Wolves, a team you wouldn't mind targeting at the moment. Forest could be in a hard game. West Ham, Fulham at home. The next 4 games look really tasty for Tottenham. So Son Heung-min is definitely someone who's on my radar. Predicted to get the second most amount of points. And then nice to see as well, Raheem Sterling up there in 3rd. Great fixtures for Chelsea. They'll look to bounce back from that disappointing draw against Tottenham. But Raheem Sterling just getting minutes, getting forward, getting involved in everything. And not quite as expensive as your Son or your Salah. But I really like that Raheem Sterling. I'm not considering getting rid of him. Be nice to see him on the score sheet. But those are your 3 highest expected predicted midfielders. If we move up front then, who do we have? I think it's pretty obvious. We've got Haaland still up there. His price has risen twice now. Great fixtures again for Man City. Harry Kane, he's come down to 11.4. Good fixtures again we've already looked at. And then lastly, it was Nunez. Had to move Darwin off it, I'm afraid, because he expected to get suspended. So the next one comes up is Cristiano Ronaldo. Not sure I 100% agree with this, especially with the form that Manchester United in. Looks a little bit dodgy. At home to Liverpool, tough game. Southampton away. I'm not sure where I'd trust Man United at all at the moment. But he is the next 3rd highest predicted attacking point score. So we'll just have to wait and see. Not a player I'm particularly interested in. Kane, definitely difficult to fit him in with Jesus and Haaland already. Heung-min Son, definitely one. But those are your highest predicted attacking players for the next 5 game weeks. Let's have a look at our mini league now. It's probably one of my favourite segments of the entire week, if I'm honest. I just love having a look at the different side, the different combinations. We have joint top at the moment on 156 points. The ace ones, they're joined at the top there by Los Gringos. Both got 156 points. And then our highest performing team of the week, 88 points. It looks like we just forgot his name, but his side is called TBCFC. Is that to be confirmed? 14th, but what a great week. So let's just have a quick look how these sides sort of level up with each other. Ace one's great. We've got Cancelo in there. Dunk is an interesting one. I do like Brighton's defence too. Clean sheet against Newcastle looked really good. But certainly it's not full of players that you'd absolutely all hit it off. I mean, you look at Mount and you've got Bamford there. Wow, with Williams and De Silva on the bench, what a week that could have been. Could have been breaching. You could be way ahead, so that's disappointing. But I don't think either of those were a bad decision. Jesus, and one thing that was interesting, he played triple captain. So Haaland, a triple captain. I would absolutely be waiting for those triple captains much later on in the season when I know it's going to be a double game week perhaps, and then cherry pick. But Went for it early, not a bad fixture to target, just a little bit unfortunate it didn't pay off. But triple captain Ireland, 15 points, could have been worse, I guess. 156 overall. Looks like you've got quite a lot of strength and depth. That's what I quite like about this side. But it'd be interesting if we hear from you what your sort of transfer plans are coming up. But your level on points at the moment will lost Gringos, Trippier, Mendy, and Guimarães and Andreas. Again, the midfield not really kicking in there. But I love you've got Kulusevski and Neto on the bench. You've got some depth there as well. Diaz, not seeing him in many sides. Playing Nico Williams over Kulusevski, that really paid off. Trent in there, James as well, and Haaland captain and Jesus. 156 points, so neck and neck. Obviously, Los Gringos not used any of their chips yet, so that was quite interesting. The team that actually finished with the best score, Trippier again, TBC, Raya in goal, Gabriel picked up one, Cancelo had a great week, and captaining someone different, De Bruyne, wow. That really paid off, captaining him. 14 points, doubling that up that. Rashford, Son, so he looks in good position. Son's got some great fixtures coming up. Martinelli, common theme throughout of all these. I'm going to assume that if you've got transfers to make, Rashford may be one of those that will be coming out. But really good week, 88 points, moves you into 14th out of several hundred. But really interesting looking through these sides. So any comments below, let me know. That's it for this one then, guys. We'll be coming back at you with a watch list. I've got lots of transfer plans to transfer to you. So we're going to go through lots of players, different ideas. Who am I going to bring into my side? I've got some dead wood to get rid of. So if you enjoy these videos, don't forget to hit that like. Make sure you let me know what are your transfer plans. What ideas have you got? Love to hear from you and share some of them. In the meantime, hit that subscribe button. Speak to you soon.